Assholes can throw people under the bus all the time. It's their favorite hobby. There's not enough buses for all the assholes. Right? And why is that? I'm still going to disagree with you because you brought that up since the first stream. This idea that all people are evil and shouldn't be trusted. I'm still going to disagree with you. Because all I'm seeing is a matter of priority. The people who prioritize a number on a spreadsheet will sacrifice themselves, sacrifice their family, sacrifice their employees, sacrifice other people to make that number go up. But the people who care about each other, the people who care about their families, care about themselves, care about the impact that they have on the world, not a number on the spreadsheet, but what they do on their immediate environment and their immediate people around them. Have you talked to that line cook? Have you asked him what his problem is or what her problem is? I'm curious. So I'm going to speak from my own experience here because I am the only person with thoughts that I actually know and understand. So this is from my own experience. Probably does not apply to that line cook. But when I'm at my most angry, my most inconsolable, when I am an asshole, it is usually financial. When my depression is the worst, it is financial. Because the number on the spreadsheet does not match the value that I have, that I know I have as a human being. That's when I get pissed. That's when I turn into an asshole. The line cook could be the same way. Paycheck comes too late, wages are garnished, somebody's not tipping the kitchen. Maybe that's why they turn into an asshole. Maybe they've been beaten down. It's not the money making them an asshole, it's the fact that they are assholes, that they are able to become billionaires. Yes, I think that's what I tried to allude to earlier. The asshole comes first, the billionaire comes maybe. A line from Parasite that stuck out to me was the rich family could finally afford to be nice. Yeah, afford to be nice. You know how much nicer I would be if I could afford it? I would not be doing this right now. If I could afford it, I would not be doing this. If I could afford it, every single stream I did would be a charity stream. If I did streaming at all, I might just take people out to dinner, take care of my family, pay off my brother's house, get my own house, pay off my parents' debt, let them retire because they've been trying to retire for years. Right? But I'm never going to be that rich. Why? Because I'm not an asshole. I try really hard not to be an asshole. Because it's more important for me to not be an asshole than it is to be rich. Or how they act with money, yes. Again, like I said just a few seconds ago, it's about priorities. If you prioritize reading books over everything, are you gonna make a lot of friends? Are you gonna go out to dinner too much? No, you're gonna sit at home and read books. If you prioritize playing video games, I had a friend in high school that prioritized video games over school, over friends, over everything. That's all he got. That's still all he has. If you prioritize money, whether it's here in America or in Canada or in Africa or Asia or Europe, wherever you go, if you prioritize money and you sacrifice everything else for money, then you win. Then you are rewarded. That's the problem that I have. The love of money is the root of all evil. Exactly. This is why I disagree with you when you say people are evil. They're not. They have the opportunity to be good people. But it's not an equal opportunity. The cards are stacked against being a good person. Not because of human nature, not because of original sin, not because of divine command, not because of evolution. The cards are stacked against them because a bunch of billionaires said so. I'm really not figuring out this puzzle, am I? Back to the hypothetical line, cool. Why would they be asshole if they could choose not to be evil and would probably make less people hate them? Because that's not their priority. Their priority isn't for people to not hate them. Their priority is to be successful. Okay, I think I figured it out. I need to turn this one twice. because I can only turn the other one once. And then hopefully when I get to the last platform, I can turn it into the direction that I need. Yes. Okay. If he is nice to people, he is a line cook. If he is mean to people, then he is a line cook with social upward mobility. So if he wants to be a nice line cook, he has that option. If he was a nice person, would he prioritize making the food fast or making the food good? When we're talking about upward mobility here, we're talking about not like getting a new job, but optimizing the job that you have, min-maxing the job that you have. Okay, Elika attacks work on this guy. And only Elika attacks. Fantastic. Hypothetically, if he was a butthead, he could use that at least effort for greater pay. He could. He could use it in an effort for greater pay. If that's an option, that's not always an option when you're a line cook. Or, because he's an asshole, he has no qualms making shitty food for people. Because if he was a nice dude, and he was rushed in his work, or he had to put out dishes that he didn't quite like, or couldn't put the effort in that he wanted to, he would have a problem with that. He would have serious emotional problems about that. But when you're an asshole, you can do the bare minimum and get away with it, because you don't feel bad. So it's the least problem for him, and it least decreases his chances of not so great life reason. Assholes can throw people under the bus all the time. It's their favorite hobby. There's not enough buses for all the assholes. Right? And why is that? Let's assume that a raise is on the table. Is he gonna get a raise for making a slightly better smoked salmon? I couldn't think of any foods. Or is he gonna get a raise for making 2 smoked salmons in the time that it takes to make 1? In an ideal world, if I was God King of the universe, he would get a raise for making a better smoked salmon instead of making 2 smoked salmons. But in the world that we live in, he's more likely to get a raise for making 2 smoked salmons than he is for making a better smoked salmon. Because a decent smoked salmon is $12. A bad smoked salmon is $12. The best smoked salmon you've ever had from that same restaurant is $12. But 2 smoked salmons is $24. So if there's upward mobility, if upward mobility is an option, then being an asshole pays off. The alternative is, just like you said, trades are hard. Being a line cook, also hard. So he may know that in your area, there's not a lot of line cooks to go around. He can afford to be an asshole with a chance that it will pay off. Because if it doesn't pay off, he's in the same spot he was before. Line cooks also get tips, in my opinion. They work hard. Yes. I don't know. It depends on the specific restaurant if the tips actually go to the people who earn them. But that's a different problem for a different time. And because you live in the States, the tip on a bad smoked salmon is the same as the tip on a good smoked salmon. Now, is the tip worth making a great smoked salmon? No, because then the tip on a great smoked salmon is less than the tip on 2 mediocre smoked salmons. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with smoked salmon. I gotta go to the grocery store tomorrow and get some. I blame Sarah for this. Sarah, if you're still here, I'm blaming you for the salmon talk. Pooled tips is just socialism, right? Pretty much the same. Corporate socialism, which can be good, depending on the distribution. It can be bad, depending on the distribution. In a capitalist system, it's bad, because pooling tips disincentivizes work. And if your work is disincentivized, then you can't be exploited as much, because you have no incentive to stay exploited. If your priority is to feel good, then being nice to people helps, in my experience. But if your priority is to get by, being nice to people doesn't help too much. Pooled also makes people fresher other ways to have to pick up stuff. Yes. So it can do that. Can it? I don't know. I've never actually worked in a tipped service industry, so I'll let other people be the judge on that. People are owed being treated like a human. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not in the current state of things, they're not. Because not treating people like humans is more beneficial if you want to have a successful career, if you want to make money, if you want to be what capitalism defines as successful. Don't treat people like people, treat people like frictionless spheres. That's what we learned from all these economists. I'll give myself as an example because I'm the only one I know. On the videos where I'm a little bit mean, on the videos where I clap back and I make fun of people and I call people racists and I use the term racist, orders of magnitude more success than my videos where I'm calm and nice and educational. The ones where I have conversations with commenters instead of just dunking on them perform way, way worse than the videos where I'm dunking. Now, if there was a profit motive in that, if I lived in the States and I had access to the Creator Fund, guess what happens to the way I treat people on TikTok? I stopped treating them like people, that's for sure. Because treating them like anonymous I was reading your comment, sorry. Treating them like anonymous, frictionless spheres on TikTok would make so much more money than treating them like people who have opinions and ideas that can be engaged with. But because I'm not getting paid by TikTok, I can afford to be nice to people. There's no incentive for me to be mean. Now, if I wanted to grow the platform, become a full-time content creator and all that stuff, I would be mean to people 24/7. I'd be making fun of people, I'd be making fun of commenters, I'd be making fun of Disney and Marvel and Star Wars more than I already do. Because that's what gets the clicks, and that's what gets the money. Yes, that extra $2. When that's your only income, that extra $2 helps. People are owed it doesn't mean people get it because people are selfish. I don't think, in the system that we have, that is physicists, again, physics background,